Welcome to tonight's football analysis program produced by Aris Kun. Tonight we will break down an international friendly, Spain versus Iraq. If you enjoy our program, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. If you want access to more member-only analysis, please check the information on our profile and get in touch with us. So today we're diving into, a matchup with a staggering 60-time financial gap. I mean, if you think this is just some billion-euro giant squashing an underdog, you are missing the hidden tactical traps waiting on the pitch. I'm joined by our lead tactical analyst to walk us through the dossier. Where do we even start with a mismatch this massive?
Yeah, right. I mean, we really have to start with the big picture here, just the sheer macro gulf between these two squads.
Right.
You look at Spain, and they're feeling a roster valued at an astronomical 1.26 billion euros. They're ranked third among all World Cup participants, clear co-favorites alongside France. And then, you glance across the pitch at Iraq sitting at, 46 out of 48 teams, with a total squad valuation of just 21 million euros.
Wow, 21 million. So it's like foundational inequality before the kickoff. It's basically a massive multinational conglomerate trying to outmuscle a localized startup.
That's exactly it. But that wealth, it doesn't just sit in the bank. It dictates exactly how they control the field,
Yeah, like that boa constrictor analogy from the slide deck.
Exactly. Spain's defense acts just like that. They don't just block attacks. They slowly squeeze the possession out of opponents until there's no room to breathe. I mean, they've secured 7 clean sheets in their last 8 matches.
Wait, 7 out of 8?
Yeah, including a 3-0 demolition of Serbia and a 0-0 draw against Egypt. And at home, it's intense. They have 10 wins and 2 draws in their last 12 home matches.
That is terrifying for any visiting team. But they aren't totally invincible, right? Because you highlighted this activation rule in their recent play.
Right. The activation rule is key here. Basically, when Spain scores before halftime, they just cruise to dominant, highly controlled wins. 6 recently, actually.
But if they don't score early?
Well, if they fail to score in that first 45 minutes, they've stumbled into frustrating draws twice recently. And here's why when Spain doesn't score early, opponents realize they can survive. They pack the penalty box, creating a dense low block. And Spain's possession-heavy style suddenly struggles to penetrate without taking risky gambles that expose their high defensive line.
We're going to push back on that a bit, though. If you're Iraq and you know Spain stalls out against a low block, shouldn't your entire game plan just be to survive the first 45 minutes? Like, just completely stall their momentum?
You would think so, definitely. But here is the secret about Iraq's squad. You might look at that 21 million euro valuation and write them off, but that number is a bit of a mirage.
And mirage? How so?
Iraq actually has this hidden DNA. They aren't just a defensive bloc. They possess 11 key squad members who are direct products of elite European academies. Guys like Zidane Iqbal, Danilo Al-Assaid, and Mircea Stotsky.
Oh, wow. So modern football scouting and, diaspora networks have essentially subsidized Iraq's tactical development.
Precisely. They have top-tier European fundamentals, which means they aren't just going to blindly clear the ball into the stands.
Right.
And their financial value is incredibly top-heavy. The wealth they do have is concentrated right at the tip of the spear. You have attackers like Ammar Musin, valued at 3.5 million euros, Ali Al-Hamadi at 1.5 million, and Marco Fargi at 1.8 million.
Okay, so they lack deep defensive reinforcements, but they carry genuine European-trained counterattacking threats.
Exactly.
Well, so synthesizing all of this, the history, the tactics, the activation rule, Spain hasn't conceded a goal recently, but Iraq actually has the sharp, trained teeth to exploit an impatient Spanish team that pushes too high. How does this actually play out?
Well, historical context paints a very stark picture. Since May 2012, Spain has won all 5 friendlies against Asian teams, with 3 of those by margins of 3 or more goals.
Ouch. And Iraq.
Meanwhile, Iraq's 21st century record against European opposition is just 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. So, given the 60-time valuation gulf, my final verdict is a dominant Spain victory.
So putting this together, Iraq has the weapons to bite back, but history and resources tell us Spain's possession is just too suffocating before those weapons can even be drawn.
Exactly. I expect Spain to assert absolute possession early, triggering that halftime lead condition we talked about. Once they do, Iraq's counterattack is neutralized. The outcome points heavily toward a Spanish clean sheet and a multi-goal victory margin of 3 or more.
It is so fascinating to consider how European academy networks have flattened the footballing world just enough to give an underdog a fighting chance, even if the gravity of a billion-euro giant ultimately pulls them under. We invite you, the listener, to join the Discord member community or subscribe to the Patreon member-only analysis articles. If you do not use Discord, please leave a message to join Telegram or another communication channel for more football analysis. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.